Well, Joe Galli is live to help us out with some boat safety tips on this Tuesday morning. It's not quite boating weather yet, but hey, we're getting there.
It's certainly not boating weather, China. I'm sitting here looking like the Gordon's fisherman in my yellow jacket right now, but you know, yellow jackets like this could save lives. You want to make sure you do have brightly covered stuff on your boat, and we're talking all things boat safety this morning. That's why I'm here with Petty Officer Segura. You're with the United States Coast Guard. Now, we're not on your boat yet. I was planning to get on it, but we're going to get some information on some stuff people need to know before they even step foot on their boat.
Yes, boating safety starts first before going onto the water. First thing you want to do is create a float plan. A float plan is giving a friend or a family member an idea of where you're going to be at, what kind of boat you're going to be on, how long you plan on being out, and where you're going to be at. Just in case if something was to happen, it gives us an idea of what kind of boat we're looking for, where you plan on being at, so that way we can alleviate the search and try to go to that area, and also have an idea of how many people are on board and how late you are planning on staying out for. So that's very important. Second is knowing what the weather is going to be like. Again, if it's going to be really stormy out, winds are going to kick up, you may not want to go out. Just if you're going to go fishing, wait till a better day to go fishing. So and then also checking all your safety gear, making sure you have your life jackets, your fire extinguishers, your flares, everything's in good working order before going out. Also, making sure your cell phone's fully charged, and also that it has emergency contact numbers on there. But strongly recommend to have a marine radio, because just in case you're out there and you need assistance, a cell phone, there's not a lot of cell phone coverage out on the lake, or a marine radio will be able to help you out, which we're always monitoring channel 16.
So what do you say to people, because I know a lot of guys out there who like to hop on their boat, and they're like, I don't need a life vest, I can swim, so I'll be fine. No,
a life jacket's very important. One, if you do go in the water, it keeps a lot of your body above the water, so it prevents or it'll slow down the effects of hypothermia. Second, people can't swim forever. You get tired, you're going to go down, so it's always good to have your life jackets ready to go, so if you need to use them, they're ready to go. Also, if your boat does sink or if it capsizes, stay with the boat. Don't try swimming towards land. A lot of people get tired swimming towards land and end up sinking themselves. Staying with your boat gives us a bigger search area, so we see the boat. We're going to see the boat before we see people.
All right, well, thank you so much for Petty Officer Segura. We're going to be actually hopping on their vessel in a little bit. Now that I've gotten a little bit of information before I can step on, I'm going to take that opportunity and step on, and we're going to give you all types of tips that you can use once you're on the boat and heading out on the water to enjoy this wonderful boating weather that we will eventually have, but kind of not this morning, guys.
Yeah, you're getting soaked out there. It's time now to check back in with Joe Galli, and this time we're not catching you off guard, Joe. Good morning.
Good morning, China. You know, the U.S. Coast Guard saves lives every day, especially during the summer months when more people are heading out onto the water. But you know what? They might not have to save lives if you take the necessary safety precautions. And that's why I'm here with Petty Officer Segura. What are some things that people need to have on their boat ready to go before they go and hit the lake?
One important thing is a marine band radio. If you run into trouble out there, you call us on channel 16, we'll be able to help you out. Second is make sure you have all your life-saving equipment on board, like life jackets. You need to make sure you have proper fitting life jackets for everybody on board. That includes your children. Check here with your local and state agencies, making sure that they're in the age frame for the life jackets. Second is firefighting equipment. That means a fire extinguisher. Have like a B1 fire extinguisher. It has to be Coast Guard approved, Marine approved fire extinguisher, so that way if anything was to happen, you have a way to fight that fire. A throwable life, like a life jacket, like a life ring, or a throwable cushion that you can throw to someone if they go into the water. If someone goes in the water, you shouldn't go after them, you should try to throw it to them so that way they can grab a hold of it and stay afloat. And a sound producing device, whistles or a horn will work, and also flares. You want to make sure that you get flared, that you have flares on board if you're going out onto the lake. Also make sure that they don't expire. Flares do expire, so that's something to take a look at.
Now, a lot of people, when they think about having fun on the lake, they also think about maybe bringing a few beers with them, and that can definitely run into some trouble.
Yes, alcohol is a big leading cause of fatalities onto the water, so we want people to be cautious when they're out on the lake. If we don't recommend people drinking, the operator drinking, we don't want that at all. Again, because we want the people to be sober out there when they're operating their vessels.
Because you could still get a DUI when you're out on the...
That's correct. You can be pulled over, stopped, and if we suspect you that you've been boating under the influence, we'll run our test, and if you have, you'll be charged, and then it can run into fines. You can go to jail. So there's a lot of consequences that go along with it. But worst case scenario is that you could kill someone or you kill your friends and family that are on board your boat. So it's not really worth drinking on the water if you're operating a boat.
Absolutely. So if you want any more of that information, you can go to the U.S. Coast Guard's official website. They have all their tips that you need to have before you go ahead and head out on the lake this summer. And you know what? If you go out there and you have a safe time, you're going to have a good time, because how could you have a bad time on a beautiful day on the lake? China and John, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Joe.